Talk about that.
The Alberta Prosperity Project was able to get the court ruling in Elections Alberta to push forth the referendum, and the signatures have already started. So I think we need 177,000 altogether.
So if we get those 177,000 votes, then what?
So to go the legal constitutional way, once you get that, then you present it to the federal government, and then I believe it goes to some kind of constitutional court where at least 7 provinces have to also agree that you can separate. But I don't think that that's how it's going to go.
You think it's going to go a little different?
I think that we're going to have a flag on top of the hill that says we are now sovereign, and then the U.S. is going to recognize that flag. And what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, the U.S. will back us. If the U.S. says, yeah, we're behind Alberta and we stick with Alberta, I think
It's part of look what they're doing in Greenland, Venezuela.
yeah.
Okay, there's one flag in the ground there. You know what I mean? I'm not saying join the U.S. It's not going to be an American flag. I'm not saying that, but an independent nation that is very cooperative with the U.S.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't we either?
Especially when you know how backwards the Canadian government is.
This is the Bears Me podcast. This is the Bears Me podcast. Thanks for listening to the Bears Me podcast.
Waiting on you.
Ready to go.
Waiting. We're back. Welcome back, everyone.
We're back from a long Christmas break.
Yes. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and a good New Year's. How was your Christmas, buddy?
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to spend some time with family. The airport on Christmas Eve wasn't too bad either. So it was pretty smooth, to be honest with you.
That's amazing.
How was your Christmas?
Well, turns out I was right. Went into work thinking we were only working the half day for Christmas Eve. Turns out, nope, you're working a full day. And then you're going to work Christmas Day, and then you work Boxing Day. So
Of course.
my Christmas was not as happy as I wanted it to be, but, I still got to see the kids, and I still did Christmas dinner at my parents' place, which I jinxed it, us talking about messing up Christmas dinner. My sister, who's lactose intolerant and all that shit, my mom didn't put butter or basil in the stuffing this year. She used olive oil. So I noticed something was off with the stuffing. And then I jinxed it with the cutting of the celery. It was big chunks and they were crunchy. And it completely threw me off. And then everyone got most of the dark meat before I got there.
No way.
So I was like
You got screwed twice that day.
I was a little let down. I won't admit, but it was still a good day. I got to my parents' house and the kids got to open some of their other Christmas gifts because I wasn't there the morning of. But I mean, I still got to FaceTime, which was good. But yeah, and then I got this hoodie for Christmas, and I got some sweatpants and some other things. I got a Ninja Creamy.
I heard those are great.
They're great. Okay, funny story about that is I got one last Christmas, but I returned it to get this Instapot, or not Instapot. It's a slow cooker, but it does like a bunch of other things. And then my mother-in-law heard me talking about, how I wish I would have stuck with the Ninja Creamy, and then got it again. So
Nice. Protein shakes, ice cream, protein.
it's just protein ice cream.
Protein ice cream.
There you go.
Nice.
We're gonna make some high protein, low calorie ice creams, and hopefully it'll go to plan and good. But other than that, it was really good. How was your New Year's?
Uneventful.
Yeah, same with mine.
Yeah, I didn't do much. I don't really do much too often, to be honest, on New Year's.
No.
No, I didn't. I kind of got sick on the way back. Yeah, we didn't really do much. Just chilled.
Yeah. We didn't do much either. I mean, I was working the day before or the day of New Year's. And then some of my friends came over to my house and hung out with my wife and the kids, but they left the time I got there. And then at that point, we kind of just had dinner. Girls went to bed early. Kelly went to bed early. And I basically just sat on the couch and, watched the new Stranger Things, which that show ended. And it was kind of crappy.
It always sucks when a good thing ends.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird because they take so many long breaks. It was like 2 years since the last season.
And then you watch it all in 1 week, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, and it was okay, but I was like, "All right, well, let's move on to something else." So, yeah, kind of an uneventful holidays. Not much happened, but
It didn't really feel like Christmas this year. I don't know why.
yeah, I don't know why either.
Yeah, I don't
Something
know.
off about this
Something
Christmas.
off. I don't know what it
Well,
is.
hopefully next year the Christmas will be better, but yeah. What'd you get for Christmas?
Well, I got some toys for my toys, and then some other stuff.
Oh wow, very very descriptive. Some toys
Yeah.
for my toys and some other stuff.
I don't even know, what did I get? My mom got me a blanket
Oh, nice.
and some bathroom spray.
Nice. Because you got stinky poop.
Nope, it smells like roses, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
Like I said, I got the sweater, I got the Ninja Creamy, some sweatpants, I got a shirt, and some couple gift cards. That's about
Nice.
it, really. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
But my dad and mom bought me an optic for my one pistol,
Sick.
which was sick. So I was stoked about that.
Nice. How is it?
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Shoots nice. All good. But other than that, yeah, that was pretty much Christmas. I mean, well, like I said, I worked.
It
That was
went by
it.
so fast too. Like, honestly, it just breezed by. Now it's January already.
Yeah,
Almost halfway through January at that,
I know.
So
I think people are gonna be bummed that we didn't release the Christmas episode earlier, but
you know what?
you were away, I was doing stuff, so it happens.
We got busy. We got busy. We'll plan better next year, but I think it's going to be a good year. I've got a feeling in my bones that this is just going to be the year,
Yeah.
for the podcast, personally, for Western civilization, everything. It's going to be great.
Yeah. I'm holding out for it too. I hope it turns out to be a good year. Lots of things to talk about, or lots of things to come about. But we also have lots of things to talk about.
We do. It's going to
Okay.
be a great podcast.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happened over the while or over the holidays that we need to catch up on. So, nonetheless, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
What are we talking about first?
All right. First up, let's talk about the man of the hour,
Ooh, Mr. Donald J. Trump.
Mr. Donald J. Trump. I know everybody loves Trump. Everybody around the world, especially in liberal Canada, everyone loves him. Big orange man. Slapping necks and cashing checks. Let's go. Okay, so the first topic tonight, this is a little bit older. Obviously, we kind of took a little bit of a break there during the holiday season, and Trump's been busy.
He has been busy.
He's been very busy. And, he's making a lot of good moves, and people are up in arms about it. But you know what? This man and his team are playing 4D chess, and you guys are stuck in 1D. That's the problem. You're still playing checkers. Well, this guy's playing chess. So, excuse me. So tonight, at my direction as Commander-in-Chief, the United States launched a powerful and deadly strike against ISIS terrorist scum in northwest Nigeria, who have been targeting and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians. So you know what? Trump said a month or two ago that he was going to be doing this if the Nigerian government didn't step in. Needless to say, they didn't step in, and Big Daddy Trump had to come in there and show him who's boss.
Nice.
So he went in there and knocked some heads.
Hell yeah. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Turns out his big red button's pretty big.
No kidding.
Love it. Love it. What do you think about that?
I mean, yeah, good on him. I'm glad someone's trying to do something. Earlier or later last year, we heard all these talks of Christians being targeted and all the terrible things happened in Nigeria. And it seemed like people were talking about it, but nothing wasn't being done. It sounds like this guy wanted to kick off the new year, right? Good on him.
Yeah, you know what? This was a Christmas announcement, actually.
Oh,
But starting off the year good in Nigeria, I assume. They were
There you
probably a
go.
little shaken up. But yeah, the thing about him is that he follows through with what he says.
absolutely.
He's been in term now for 1
Well,
year.
some things. That whole Epstein list being released, and that got released too, but I feel like, that's the one thing I was kind of bummed about this whole Trump administration was.
Well, that wasn't his platform specifically. He didn't say he was all about this. It wasn't what he ran on. However, the people that he did put into his cabinet did run on that. Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, people like that.
Yeah.
Pam Bondi.
Well, do you remember when he got into office, those influencers had those big, thick, like binders of like all the files, and then nothing came about. So
Yeah.
I feel like, 'cause from what I heard is like nothing that implies he was at the island or whatnot. But I think it's just like it's gonna put a stain on his record because he did know him.
I don't
Jeffrey
think so.
Epstein introduced his wife to him.
Yeah, you know what? The thing is, though, with these, like, he's a rich business mogul.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a billionaire. He's been like this for a long time, for decades now, decades. And when you're in that higher echelon of people, you meet and interact with a lot of people who you maybe say hi to on occasion.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you're at the island human trafficking. You know what I mean? And to say that he's on the list, that's what I hear from the left all the time. Oh, he's on the list. He was on a Christmas card. How many rich people from their headquarters or whatever send business or Christmas cards to people because that's what you do when you're a person of status? You send it to people of status.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it was just because it's like they told everyone like, yeah, we're gonna release it right away, and then it turns out, well, no, there wasn't this list. It's a hoax, and then now apparently there was a list, and some there's been so much time since then. I think it's like people don't trust it, and it's like, why would you? So many stuff was redacted and like
Yep,
blacked
that's
out and
true.
whatnot. It's just like I feel like because he was so worried about it tarnishing his like legacy, he didn't want to release it. But I feel like how they handled it tarnished it way more.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure they nailed Bill Clinton to the cross with that. And what they did was, when they let it all out, apparently he's like, yeah, you know what? We have to also unredact everybody else.
Yeah.
If you're throwing me in the fire, everyone's coming in with me. You know. But as soon as Epstein was charged, like a long time ago, Trump banned him from all of his golf courses and everything. So it's
Yeah.
not like he
Didn't he
was buddy
kick him
buddy
out
with.
of
Yeah.
Mar-a-Lago or
Yes,
whatnot?
it's not like he was buddy buddy with this guy. I mean, Mark Carney and his wife are chummy with Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
You think that they aren't involved with Epstein either? Like, come on. They actually have pictures together on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
They're buddies. Bill Gates, Bill Clinton. A lot of bills go there. But also, they had Stephen Hawking there. You think everybody that was invited there was on some crazy
I
list?
saw a photo of like Chris Tucker as well.
Yeah, like you think that all of these people are involved in all that? I don't think so. But they get dragged into it. You know, you want to be somebody, you want to be a part of the clique, or maybe they want different connections because that's the thing with these big creeps. That guy was well connected.
Well, that's what I mean.
You know what I mean? So like once you're associated with it, all of a sudden you could.
Not just that too, but it's like this guy was known for being, very rich, very I don't want to say powerful or successful, but like he was well known, and you may have not known like what else he was doing. So
Yeah,
it's like, people have pictures with R. Kelly, and then it comes out later down the road that like, yeah,
you like to pee on people.
yeah, and they're like, oh, I kind of regret that. Or the P Diddy thing. 5 years ago, if P Diddy wanted a picture with me, I would have taken a picture with him.
Of course.
But then you find out, oh yeah, he did all
But
this
does that
shady
mean that
shit.
you're on the Diddy list?
No,
You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
the Diddy list, the baby oil list.
You look a little lathered up.
I got good skin, dude.
Yeah.
Minus this pimple I'm getting on top of my freaking forehead right now. But
I just think it's just, unless I see proof,
yeah,
I'm not going to say he's some crazy PDF file. Like, that's insane. If you see the proof, okay, call it out. No problem.
yeah.
But I don't see the proof. I haven't seen the proof.
I think it's just because the way they handled it and the lack of time. It's just like no one knows what to believe anymore. Fair enough. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I feel like you kind of get fatigue after a while
Yeah.
because you just hear it and hear it. Nothing comes out of it. It's like you don't know what to believe. There's confusion. It's like you just get paralysis of analysis, and you're like, you know what? I'm done with it.
Well, some of the stuff, yeah, but it's like even like I like Trump a lot. What he did with the whole Epstein thing kind of bummed me out a bit. And like even
It was a lot of his team, though. It was a lot of his team that were
yeah, but
really amping it up.
yeah, but he also, I mean, he just says dumb shit all the time. Like recently, did you hear about Rob Reiner who died?
No.
He was a actor and director, and him and his wife were killed in their home.
Oh wait, no, maybe I heard something
Yeah,
about that.
and then, they were murdered by their son, and then Trump came out and basically was like, he used to be a good actor, but then he got Trump deranged syndrome, and he had an opportunity because, well, I see 2 sides from it. So, 1, this guy was trying to say Trump was, like, a Russian plant for so long
Yeah,
and went on
the
and
whole
on and
collusion crap
yeah, went on
nonsense
about it,
funded by Hillary Clinton.
and then, so he has a right to be pissed, but it's like swing back to the whole Charlie Kirk thing. It's like celebrating Trump wasn't necessarily celebrating that like Rob Reiner died, but like the way he could have handled it, it was shitty.
I think people keep just trying to think that he's a politician. He is not a
No,
politician.
but like pull this up. Look what he wrote. Put Trump Rob Reiner right there. His tweet. Um, so what did he say? Let's pull this up here.
He's also a comedian. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but okay, so there's a time to make jokes about certain things.
I can't find it.
Just put True Social. What do you? Yeah, here we go. So, where's the actual post? Go down. Okay, so this here you read it because I got groggy voice right now.
A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife, Michelle. Reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with the mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, speaking in the third person.
Yeah, like
Oh man, that's funny.
yeah, roll it down.
With his obvious paranoia reaching new heights, his Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace.
Okay, this is the thing that annoys me. I'm like, you had an opportunity to like. Everyone knows this guy was talking shit about you. You had an opportunity to kind of like go above what people, because everyone knew he was going to say some dumb shit, and you proved everyone right. You should have just said, as much as Rob Reiner and I didn't see eye to eye, he was still a father. He was still a person, and what happened to him and his wife was terrible. May they both rest in peace. Boom. The left couldn't say shit about that.
Hold on, though. A day after Rush Limbaugh died, Hollywood filmmaker Rob Reiner attacked the late conservative radio host as a purveyor of disinformation, saying that Americans must protect democracy from others like him. Rob Reiner launched his social media attack on the late Limbaugh by calling him a liar, warning that other conservative media personalities are trying to deny climate change. To protect our democracy, we must remain vigilant in calling out their big lies, starting with the climate change, he wrote. So you know what?
I get that.
You know what? Like,
But just because
also,
someone talks shit about you doesn't mean you need to respond that way.
he still said may rest. Yeah, but you know what? The problem is that he's giving it back to the Democrats because they're savage, and he's also a savage. So he also said rest in peace. So I mean,
yes, but
it's a very sad
this
thing.
tragic thing happened, and he made it about himself. What I would have liked to see, because he's been in hot water with things he says in the past. He could have taken this opportunity to been.
They would have still complained about something.
Oh, I'm sure, but
if
you know what?
Ripped
in
on
the public
for
eye,
like 20 years straight, maybe not 20 years. That's exaggeration. At least 10, 11 years straight, and these people were all backing the lie. How would you feel?
That might be true. And listen, I'm guilty of this too, because it's easy for me to say, like, if someone was calling me, talking shit and all that, and I found out this happened. Well, I don't think that's actually not true. I wouldn't go on there and make it about me and say, oh, he did this and that. As much as, he has a right to be pissed that this guy was talking shit and trying to throw him in jail. You're also the president of the United States, the leader of the free world. You could have taken the opportunity, because everyone was waiting for you to say some dumb shit, and what you did, but you had the opportunity to go above what people thought you were going to be. That's all I was going to say about it. You had an opportunity to be
that's fair. I do see your perspective.
It would have made him look so much better. And and the
But would it
Democrats
though?
and the
The problem
left
is you can't please these people. That's the
no, but
problem.
the Democrats and left, what could they have said? Who said, "Hey," if Trump would've just said, "Rob, Reiner, and I didn't see eye to eye, um, and I don't agree like, we weren't good friends, but it was still something terrible happened to him. I hope they or rest in peace and prayers to his family." The left couldn't say shit on that.
I
They have
get it. No,
said,
I completely get that. No, I understand what you're
now
saying.
the right could have
Now
come
you
at
could
them and been
take the
like,
high road. I get that. You can take the high road.
in this situation, take when someone like this, especially someone famous as Rob Reiner was, it's not gonna do you any good saying like, "Oh, yeah, he died because he was crazy on Trump." You sound like an asshole. You could have taken the opportunity to take the high road, and you could have won some people over.
No.
But that's my problem with Trump, though. It's like, yeah, he has lots of good policies, and he does a lot of good things, but it's his mouth that gets him in trouble.
You know
Same
what?
with me.
You know what I
I
have to say about that whole thing?
what?
At least the guy is himself. At least he's authentic. He's not some lying politician who tells you what you want to hear and is so nicey nice and politically correct, and then completely stabbing you in the back behind your back.
I know, but having a positive response to this wouldn't be like not being himself. It's
I
just
just wouldn't say anything.
showing, to be yeah. Or he could have done that. He couldn't have said anything. But going down the road he did, I just don't think was a smart move.
I have no dog in that fight.
Pass me a couple of those. New year, new tin.
Yep. All right, so moving on to the next topic here. So Trump, obviously, as everyone knows by now, has went in there, swooped up, and snatched Maduro and his wife. And the Democrats once demanded Maduro's ouster. Now they mourn his capture because Trump did it. And not one American soldier was harmed.
I didn't think a shot was fired, was it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That could be bro science there or bro news. But so leading up to this, so in the last few months, Trump has been bombing all these boats coming out of Venezuela that were
Drug boats.
drug boats, they say. China has been really close with Venezuela in the past few years because Venezuela has like the biggest oil reserve in the world. They have a lot of rare earth minerals. So there's been a lot of stuff going on with Venezuela in the last little bit. Leading up to this, I don't even know if I said on this podcast or if I was talking with a buddy, but I said everything that's going on with Venezuela is not what we think it is. I don't think it's just because of drugs. Because if you look at like the
Or
drugs that
oil.
come out of
Or oil.
or oil for that matter, but now out of nowhere, Trump goes into Venezuela, removes their dictator, and then now the U.S.
He is a dictator, by the way.
Oh yeah, well he was a socialist dictator. Goes in there, takes him out. No one died, as far as I know. No shots were fired. Removed.
I think there was reports that Cubans, like 14 Cubans, died.
Okay. Oh.
Something like that.
Cubans? Why would they be Cuban? Venezuelans, you mean?
Nope, it said Cuban.
What?
Don't know. Commies be commies, I guess.
Commies be commies. Anyways, so yeah, they brought him back. Now, the U.S. in control of Venezuela, or
The
is
U.S. is currently in control.
So this happened, and I was like, oh, well, that's good. They removed a dictator, blah, blah, blah. What it's not good is for Canada's oil business. Am I correct on that?
Well, Canada's oil business has been going down over the last 10 years because of liberal policies. So we weren't in good shape as it was, and now it's getting even worse.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing with that is that since Trump was bombing those boats, you know what happened?
No.
Fentanyl overdoses and other drug overdoses has gone down.
Yeah.
In the last few months. They have statistics on this.
Biggest supplier of
People haven't
fentanyl
been
is
dying.
China.
People haven't been dying. It's been working. People can say what they want about Trump and his methods, but they worked. Fentanyl overdoses were killing over 100,000 Americans per year.
Well,
and that
did
number's
you
gone
see
down.
They released like the numbers coming out since he took office. Word salad right now, but like I don't know if it's their GDP, but it's basically like there's a video of these leftist like news guys on CNN, and they're like reading it. They're like, "Oh wow, that's much better than what he said it was going to do." I forget how much money it was, but basically the country's doing really well, as they say. And then them going into Venezuela, taking this guy out, it's kind of securing some oil, I think.
You know what? You know what their plan is. So think about this for a second. You have Russia and China
Yeah.
taking a lot of exports from Venezuela, China specifically. They take 60 to 70% of Venezuela's exports
Yeah.
in oil. Okay. Trump takes Maduro out of office. Now they're controlling the oil supply from Venezuela to China, okay, and Russia. Iran erupts, okay. There's a lot of political unrest in Iran. They're trying to
Yeah,
get rid of
that's
Khomeini. China also buys a lot of oil. I think it was 60 to 70% of Iran's oil. So you're strangling their
cutting off their
imports,
supply.
cutting off their supply. So that way, when they think about taking Taiwan, they have no oil. Not only that,
Mhm.
not only that, all of the AI data centers that they're trying to manufacture in China, and they're trying to take over control of all of that sector. They're not going to be able to, and they're just choking them off. It's brilliant.
I
It's
forgot about
absolutely brilliant.
what was happening in Iran right now. The
Yeah,
Iranian people are like uprising against the
it's
Islamic
because
regime.
they don't like it.
Yeah.
They don't like it at all.
Well, I know I heard a lot of people, like a lot of Iranian like community side about, they're like, listen, like Iran and Iranian like people are completely different. Like no one in Iran like wants this. And I feel like they get put into that bubble, which, fair enough, a lot of people do. But this just happened this week too. Like it's still going on. And then Iran cut off all the internet. So it's like kind of a blackout right now, but I'm sure there will be some stuff coming out. And then everything happening with Maduro. And then now, what else is going on with Trump?
Trump is looking to expand the empire.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I've heard talks of Mexico, Venezuela, and most importantly, Greenland. Potentially Canada. I don't know. It's up in the air.
I mean,
Western Hemisphere control under the American umbrella. Let's go, baby.
I saw a lot of people be like, well, if Trump is going to go to Venezuela, what's him stopping from coming to Canada? I was like, well, it's a little bit of a different situation here, but
Nothing, really. Nothing. If you wanted to, nothing.
I'm not opposed to that right now.
Yeah. A lot of people would be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. Shit. I bet you half the border services would be like, yeah, come on in, dude.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? Say no?
Yeah. We let everyone in.
Yeah. Well, except Americans. We can let everyone else in, but nobody from
Get
America.
rid of Carney. Yeah. Now he's talking about taking Greenland. And let's bring up the thing he said on how he said it, which sounded.
You know what? Also, before we move on, is he said that the reason why he went into Venezuela was to take Maduro to stop the drug flow completely, and also for the other China-Russia stuff. I also know a leader of a country who's allowing cartels to manufacture fentanyl and then pump it into the U.S. Do you know who that is?
No, tell me, is it Mr. Carney himself?
It's our very own Mark Carney. So Trump, just letting you know that Mark Carney is doing that from here. Last year, they busted the Sinaloa cartel in BC and let them out on a promise to appear in court. And then they busted that same house a week later.
Yeah.
Fentanyl manufacturing house. So just saying.
And then what happened to those guys? They probably, just left?
Who knows? You don't hear anything about it.
No.
Of course not. Okay, so Greenland.
Yeah.
Let's find that where it's at.
No, you had it up there just a second ago.
Greenland, right here.
Right here. So,
okay.
I'll let you read this because the way he says it is really funny.
All right. So U.S. will take Greenland the hard way if it can't do it the easy way, Trump says. Let's listen to what Mr. President Trump has to say. So this is from CNN, of course.
We are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. Okay?
Damn.
I would like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way.
Fuck.
He's making moves.
Yeah.
He's been in there a year now, and he's making some serious
not
moves.
Not even a full year yet.
I think it's been January 5th or January 11th or something.
Yeah.
Yep. They stopped it on January 6th because of
Right.
Yeah. So I think he's doing a lot of good things. As far as taking Greenland strategically,
Yeah. What's the point of taking Greenland? Like,
they have a lot of resources in Greenland.
do they?
Tons of resources, natural resources. Yeah. And Greenland is a population of 50,000, by the way.
So Trump could take it over in a night.
Yeah, not even. He'd have it by lunch.
Huh.
What are they going to do? Well, and you know what? I've seen this guy. I think the president of Denmark is like, if Trump even steps foot on Greenland, all of NATO is going to do something about that. I'm like, what are you guys going to do? The U.S. funds you.
Yeah.
The U.S. is the biggest funder of NATO.
No kidding.
It's almost like, Battlefield 6 came out, and the storyline of Battlefield 6 is NATO collapses, and they all turn in on America.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a game?
Yep.
Video game?
Yep.
Shit.
Yep. War in the streets. Yeah, right. Like you'd even invade the U.S. Good luck.
Denmark wouldn't be able to
Denmark
do shit.
couldn't do shit.
I mean, their country's pretty much ran over by immigrants anyways.
Oh, yeah, well, they'll just send them. Good luck on the boats.
Yeah, ask any immigrant who comes to any Western country. Be like, hey, would you fight for fill in the blank country? No.
You know what the difference between America and Europe is that those dinghy boats wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't make it.
You'd be toast.
Oh, my gosh. It'd be crazy.
So it's interesting. Well, and that just came out, what, today?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Stay tuned for what's going to happen in the coming weeks. This will be
know.
interesting.
The United States of America would be all of America at that point. The South America, Central America, North America.
What would you call Canada if Canada joined the United States?
United States of North America. SNA.
Oh. You could call it USAC, United States of Canada.
You could. I think you just get rid of Canada altogether.
Yeah.
It's a failed nation at this point.
United States.
It doesn't have
or
to be.
just States of
It doesn't have to
America.
be, but it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we could be the richest nation in the world if we,
Right.
yeah, not if we separate. If Canada had real leadership and real good policies and economic policies,
Yeah.
we would be the richest nation on earth. Per capita, financially, there'd be no debt. I mean, it could be done in 5 years. 5 years, it could be done. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know what? They're destroying the country with their policies, and the fact that half the country doesn't even see it or doesn't want to see it is exactly the problem. You see posts online, you talk to people in the street, and they're just completely clueless because it hasn't affected them yet.
Yeah.
But once these liberal policies really start to take effect, as they are now slowly, you can see it in the grocery store, people are going to start suffering.
Yeah.
And then they'll look for change.
Well, gas over the holidays went down. Like it was at 99 cents.
That's because it's at like $56 a barrel.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, somebody just posted where was it? I saw it on Instagram about how much it is in the States. It's like because they do it by gallon there, don't they?
Yeah, I think it was like $2 a gallon,
So it
something
was
like that.
44 cents a liter here. And I was like, could you imagine if it was that low again? You'd be able to afford shit.
That'd be crazy. Well, it'd be like 80 cents here, maybe.
No. The picture they posted, they did the conversion.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, and
It might have been cheaper than $2 then.
Yeah, it was like 44 cents a liter,
Wow.
which would be insane.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Nope.
I'd be able to.
I haven't seen it in my lifetime.
Yeah. In your lifetime? 44?
During the pandemic, it dropped down significantly. I think I paid 75 or 80 cents a liter,
But
and that was crazy
I
cheap.
remember growing up, gas was like around the 60s, wasn't it? 60s, 50s? No?
No. I remember when it hit $1 and everyone freaked out. And on the news, it was people were going to start biking.
Yeah.
And then during the pandemic, it also went from 80 cents to $2 a liter.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, I remember like whenever gas is high here, I always ask my wife's parents, like, how much is it in Ontario or how much is it in BC? And it's like $1.70 there. If not
Holy.
more.
That's crazy.
Right?
It wasn't bad in Ontario when I was there the other week. It was like $1.25, $1.30, but it was like $1 here.
Well, just the other day when I was driving, there was one, it said 125, and then I drove down the road and it was like 108. I was like, how is there such a big difference in
Competition, I guess.
yeah.
It's
Well, for
good.
the longest time, I didn't know. I thought like the government set the gas prices, but it's every individual gas station gets to make up their own price.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh shit. That's why I never go to Shell. Shell is always the most expensive one for everything. Their gas and the stuff inside the store. Like you go in to buy an energy drink from the Shell, it's like 4.89 for like a Monster or a Ghost. You go to 7-Eleven, it's like just under $4, a little bit more with tax. I'm like, dude, that is everything is coming up in price.
Everything. Is it coming up in price or is our dollar devaluing?
Probably both.
Well, I think the dollar devaluing does the second one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Speaking of separation, uh,
Yes, that's very true. So
talk about that.
the Alberta Prosperity Project was able to get the court ruling in Elections Alberta to push forth the referendum, and the signatures have already started. So I think we need 177,000 altogether.
So if we get those 177,000 votes, then what?
So to go the legal constitutional way, once you get that, then you present it to the federal government, and then I believe it goes to some kind of constitutional court where at least 7 provinces have to also agree that you can separate. But I don't think that that's how it's going to go.
You think it's going to go a little different?
I think that we're going to have a flag on top of the hill that says we are now sovereign, and then the U.S. is going to recognize that flag. And what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, the U.S. will back us. If the U.S. says, yeah, we're behind Alberta and we stick with Alberta, I think,
It's part of look what they're doing in Greenland, Venezuela.
yeah,
Okay, there's one flag in the ground there. You know what I mean? I'm not saying join the U.S. It's not going to be an American flag. I'm not saying that, but an independent nation that is very cooperative with the U.S.
yeah,
Why wouldn't they?
why wouldn't we either?
Especially when you know how backwards the Canadian government is. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, just over the Christmas break, Carney pledged how much more to Ukraine? Let's pull that up.
There was another, I don't even know, another 6 billion or something. We're at 22 billion right now in total.
Carney
I think it was
pledges
2.2 billion. Yeah, it was first thing on the list. Okay. Loan guarantee of up to 322 million in 2026 to the European Bank
Carney
for reconstruction and
announces
development. Right there.
2.5 billion for Ukraine.
Yeah.
Meeting with Zelensky.
Like, isn't this long and protracted at this point? Eventually, they're going to come to peace. Why not just speed that process up and less people will die? How about that?
It says since Russia's full-scale invasion, Canada has provided nearly $22 billion in aid to Ukraine, including more than $12 billion in direct financial support, making Canada one of the largest contributors to Ukraine for what Zelensky described as recovery and reconstruction. So, as a Canadian, with all the problems that we have here in Canada, why are we sending billions and billions of dollars to yet another country when we have stuff going on here? Like our healthcare system is in the pooper.
Because
Our infrastructure is terrible.
because we have to help everybody else.
I don't get it. Like,
Yeah. It's money laundering. It's just honestly at this point it's just money laundering because you see last year Carney pledged $4.5 billion to Ukraine, and then Ukraine gives Brookfield a $4.8 billion construction contract to rebuild. Like, this is what they do. Foreign aid is money laundering at its finest because even if you don't think it's directly money laundering, like, okay, we're sending this to actually Mark Carney's bank account, what happens is they send it to non-government organizations who are controlled by people in the government's friends, and then they take their cut. By the time it gets to the actual country, you've got so many hands in that pot, maybe 10 to 30% actually goes there.
yeah.
So really, you're not pledging 2.5 billion. Maybe 3 to 500 million gets there. The
Well,
rest is going to all the buddies along the way.
but even still, 300 to 500 million dollars. Like, we need that here. Earlier this week, I was in the hospital because I threw out my back doing deadlifts like a dum dum, and I waited in urgent care. And I went to urgent care because I thought it was gonna be faster. I looked up the wait times. The hospital that's literally 5 minutes down the road from me was 6.5 hour wait. I went to urgent care. It said 3.5 hours. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll go here. I waited there for 6.5 hours. I got there just after 6 o'clock, and I didn't leave till it was like quarter after 1 in the morning.
So you waited 6.5 hours for 20 minutes,
Like,
20-minute assessment.
well, it was yeah, it was about 20 minutes. The doctor looked me
That's
over.
crazy.
He did an ultrasound on my back. Turned out I had two different tears in my back, and then I have a herniated disc. So I'm sore, but pretty much told me like, here, take these pills, um, ice it, put heat on it, and
Have a good day.
yeah, pretty much. And I was like, I waited 6.5 hours for that, and I knew that was probably gonna
But we
happen.
have free healthcare. These idiots.
It's frustrating because
Idiots.
well, and it's like even the nursing staff I dealt with there, man, I had one of the rudest nurses ever I dealt with, but it's because they're overworked and they're underpaid and they're overwhelmed by the amount of people are in there. When I got there, I looked like I was the only one who spoke English,
Yes. Yes.
and it's like,
People are abusing the healthcare system because, and they shouldn't even, you know what? People who have not been here for at least 10 years and have paid tax here for 10 years should not get the same services that we have here as
I mean, if you're
Canadians.
not a full citizen, you should go to the back of the line when it comes to healthcare.
And you should pay for it.
Yeah, you should pay for it. If you're not a citizen, sorry.
Those lines would be nil.
Yeah, you could get in within an hour.
If you didn't have to, if you had to pay as a non-citizen, and also even if you had the option to go pay at a private clinic, it'd be much faster for everything. But of course, people reject the idea of a private clinic. It's like, why?
Why can't we have both? We can have the free healthcare, and then if you want to pay to go somewhere better, and then this is the funny thing was he said he wanted to do an MRI.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. He goes, we don't do that here, so I'm going to send you to the Foothills Hospital. And he goes, they should call you in about 2 weeks and schedule you for an MRI. I said, okay. I have a family member who is on a waiting list for an MRI and has said that she probably won't get looked at till the end of 2027. So that's 2 years from now.
If
That's insane.
if you went to the States, you'd have that same day.
Yeah. Or if you wanna pay, like, $1,200 to go get it done right away, I think you can. But, like, I don't have $1,200 just to fork out. And then what if it turns out to be nothing? Like, yeah, your back's gonna be sore for, a month.
Well, that's why they have that long wait time, because then you kind of sort yourself out by the time you get in there.
Well, yeah, it's like 2 years from now, I'm sure my back will be fine. But, like, what if it's something serious? Like,
Well,
right now,
then
sitting in
it's
this
just
chair,
gonna
like,
get
my
worse.
back is killing me right now. It's like I feel like I got sciatica, like, pain 24/7.
I have this coworker who tore his shoulder at work, and he went through WCIB or whatever, WSIB.
Yeah.
They told me he didn't need an MRI because it wasn't that bad. He's from Korea. Goes to Korea, goes there for a month, immediately gets in for an MRI, costs him like $600, and there's like, yeah, your shoulder is screwed. It's torn in however many places, and you need to do something about this. Takes that report, goes back to WSB or whatever it is in Alberta, and they're like, yeah, okay, we'll fix you up now. Like, it's like, this is how degraded our system is.
Well, and it's like I was saying, like the hospital staff, they're like they looked like they were just run through.
And it's not free, by the way. We do pay for it with our taxes and the money they print, so it's not free.
Yeah.
People are dumb.
I think people are kind of misled by the word like, yeah, you have free healthcare. Well, no,
Well,
you
you
still
just don't pay right
for
there.
it. Just between like us in the States is like, if you get to a hospital, you're not gonna be turned away, or you're like you eventually will be seen, or like if it's something, like let's say I got shot, they're gonna, take care of you right there and then, and you're not gonna get a bill at the end of it. But it's like other things where it's like, okay, well, yeah, you could wait 2 years to get an MRI, or you can pay $1,000 and we'll get someone to do it like right away. I think that's the difference. Nothing is free in this world.
The thing about the American health system is it's not perfect because it's a business.
Yeah.
They're private clinics, they're private hospitals, and they make money. So they inflate costs and they charge you a lot more than what you could probably pay for it, realistically.
Yeah.
So that's another downside to it. So there's no perfect system, but at least if you pay for it, you can get it done immediately.
Yeah. Like no one wants to wait to get looked at. And I get like, yeah, it can get busy sometimes. but waiting 6.5 hours to be seen, that's ridiculous.
Well, also, people are being pushed out of Canada to go to other places where they make more money
Yeah.
and places like the US. So you're losing staff because they're overworked here. They're not paid as good,
Mhm.
and there's no competition, right? Because there are some private clinics,
Pass me your water for a sec.
but you know what I mean? It's not like yeah, it's not like the US where you can get paid 300K USD per year to be a nurse, traveling nurse. They make bank.
Oh,
They
yeah.
make so much money. So, yeah.
Anywho,
Anywho,
speaking of Carney, can we pull up that thing about
this one.
this? Where is this news thing come
This is from the Toronto Star.
Okay.
So the Toronto Star puts out a news article on January 8th, 2026, and it says Canadians' trust in the PM, the Prime Minister, hits a 15-year high. Survey finds, sorry.
Who did they ask?
You know what they called
5 people in Carney's riding?
They called Parliament and they said, "Hey guys, what's your trust in the PM?" They called the Liberal Caucus.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, we love him. He's a great guy.
Love it. Love
Does
it."
everything good. Read this. I want to hear this.
New research shows that while Canadians' trust in political institutions has remained relatively stable over the past 15 years, notice how they say 15?
Yeah.
Cutting into Harper's time. You notice that?
Yeah.
The proportion who express a high degree of trust in the Prime Minister is the highest recorded during that period. A 2025 survey conducted by the Environics found that the proportion of Canadians who have quote-unquote some or quote-unquote a lot of trust in Parliament has grown by 77% in 2010 to 83% now, while the proportion of those who do not have much trust in Parliament dropped from 23% to 17%. Opinions on how Canadians feel about the Prime Minister, however, paint a different picture. The percentage of Canadians who have quote-unquote some or quote-unquote a lot of trust in the country's leader jumped from 65% in 2010, so they're excluding Trudeau there, to 80% in 2025. That number is slightly more than the high levels of support posted in 2021. A year, the report notes, was an outlier for elevated trust in political actors and institutions during the COVID-19 pandemic. This is all. Oh yeah, see they do reference Harper here, but the proportion of Canadians specifically expressing a high degree of trust in the Prime Minister doubled from Stephen Harper's final years in power to Mark Carney's first few months in the country's top job, jumping from 16% in 2012 to 2014 to 32% in 2025.
Yeah.
You know what?
I don't buy this.
3,500 Canadians between July 30th and August 7th online.
Yeah. Who did you ask?
Yeah, exactly. Online polls.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, cannot be considered truly random. Yeah, right. Yeah, because they knew who they were going to be.
If you're targeting
surveying
a certain group, obviously they're gonna say, "Yeah, he's doing a good job," when that's the person they voted for.
You know what I want to look at now that we're looking at that? Okay, so
What are you
looking for this. No, we can't. 1 second. I'm just trying to find the chart for the Canadian dollar exchange rate. Okay, all time. Okay, so the exchange rate from Canada to USD. Okay, so here's 2005, 82 cents. 2006, 88. This is under Harper. 2007, 93. 2008, 94. 2009, we got a bit of a dip from the housing drop right there, Housing crisis. 2009, 88 cents. 2010, 97 cents. 2011, $1.01. We were above the value of the USD. 2012, $1. 2013, 97 cents. 2014, 90 cents. 2015, Justin Trudeau era. He takes over 78 cents. 2016, 75. 2017, 77. 2018, 77. 2019, 75. 2020, 74. 2021, 79. 2022, 76. 2023, 74. You see this trend here, folks? It's going down.
What is it now?
2025, 71 cents. 2026, 72 cents. Look at that steep drop. We've lost 30 cents in value per dollar from 2012.
The minute the Liberal government took over.
Yeah, isn't that funny? So you really trust the government that's in power right now? That has been for 11 years. They changed the face, but the policies are still the same.
Well, crime rate's gone up.
Let's look at statistics on crime.
The housing costs.
Well, they also changed the laws on what crime actually constitutes here, too. Okay, let's go. Okay.
So that was from 2021.
Yeah, let's try to find something a little bit more.
I could ask Grok.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, you see right here?
Yeah.
Shoots right up.
So from the minute that Harper steps out of office.
Harper steps out right here. We've got a nice low. He steps out in 2014. Look at this low. This is the lowest it's been since 1990. Is under Harper.
Yeah.
Okay. Trudeau takes office in 2015. Sharp increase. Steady increase. Down a little bit. Up, up, up. This is only 2021. It's gone up since then. Okay. That's crazy, folks. Crime has gone to the roof. Let's look at immigration. We got immigration right here, too. Oh, look at that. 2010. Migrant population, 7 million. 2015, 7.8. It doesn't go any further for some reason.
They don't want to show you
They
the
don't.
info.
They don't want to show you the info. Look at that. Okay. Let's go labor force.
Wow.
Look at that. Unemployment rate. So 7.64%. So mind you, it does say 7%, and it seems lower here, right? 2020 was really high. That was the pandemic. Okay, we'll give them that. But the population of Canada in 2012 and 2013 was like 32 million, 33 million.
Yeah.
We're now at 41 million. Funny how they show you 2024 here, right?
Yeah.
We're now at 41 million. Okay, almost 41 and a half. The
What
percentage
is it at?
Well, it says 6.45, but I've seen figures this morning. We're around 7%.
Wow.
Okay.
Does it say, can you do housing? Or let's look at health.
This is healthcare spending, maternal mortality rate, smoking rate. This is healthcare spending. Ha! Okay, let's see what that is. Okay. I mean, it's gone up. It's definitely gone up. Not by much. Not by much.
Okay.
Economy.
Well, maybe they need to spend more money
Yeah.
on healthcare.
Let's look at economy here.
Oh,
Okay.
gee. Is that good though?
Well, it could be good. Yep, it's good. We've had steady growth here. I mean, it hasn't been exploding, but it's stable growth, I guess you could say. 1.8 trillion in 2012, 2013. We're up to 2.1. So 300 million a year, which isn't great, actually. It's not a great growth. We could completely explode if we actually used our resources.
Yeah, 100%.
Now let's look at population. Ha! Okay, so you see, yeah, steady increase here. Okay, so I was wrong. We're actually 35 million in 2012. That's a lie. That is not true. 39 million. We're much higher than that.
It says we were at 40 million in 2023.
People are leaving.
People are starting to notice.
1990, 1950, okay.
It's only gone up.
Yeah, it's only going up. It's only going to get worse. Apparently, they want to, by 2050, they want to have 50 to 100 million people in this country.
Where are we gonna put everyone?
How are you going to get an MRI then? It'll be like a 10-year wait.
They're gonna be like, "You're just gonna die."
Yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly it.
They'll give you a 50-50 chance. They'll be like, "Well, it could be something or it's not."
Now, you know what they'll do? They'll put you in the MAID program.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they'll do. A lot of people are going there. They're trying to change it so mental health patients can go in there.
And
Oh, you're
kids
having a bad day? You know what? Just kill yourself.
Yeah. They're like, "Listen, that back pain sucks, eh? You could wait 5 years to get an MRI, or
You can take this nice little syringe right here.
you could come back next week and we can end it all for you, buddy. We
Yeah.
just don't want you to be in pain anymore."
They're quick on that, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
They're not wasting any time.
No.
Isn't that crazy?
They're like, "You wanna die? We can schedule in tomorrow."
Yeah, exactly. We'll put you out of your misery.
Okay.
Maybe we should end on that one. We'll end on that one. Like
Let's
this-
talk
this
about
one here.
what's No, I wanna talk about what's happening. We'll keep going.
No,
Uh,
like when we're done, we'll finish on those ones.
Okay.
Let's just quickly do this one.
Alrighty.
So, for anyone that lives in the Calgary area or in Calgary itself, you'll know that we have a big, fat water pipe that's bursted.
Two
Two of them.
water mains broke in the last 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yep.
And you know what? I seen Farkas saying that it would be 2 years before it's fixed. Who's getting fired over that?
Well, to his defense, I mean, he wasn't mayor at that time. Mayor Gondek was.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
But we have to start putting our money in like legit reasons, or we need to put our money in better spots.
We need to put quality products into major things like water. Apparently, they put some kind of budget pipe in there and hoped that it would work, but they knew going into it, the study found, or I guess reports found, that they knew that that pipe was going to degrade quickly.
Yeah, well,
They didn't know how
they've known
quickly.
that for the last 20 years.
Yes.
And like, well, it could go, it couldn't go, and instead of saying like, okay, let's avoid a blowout.
Where are your tax dollars going then?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We'll show you exactly where they're going and where they're always going. Calgary City Council receives another automatic pay increase. A 2.97% raise means council compensation has risen more than 12% since 2021. That's a lot.
Can we see how much they make?
Yes. You betcha we can.
annually?
You bet we can. Calgary councillors, which used to be a part-time job, is now a full-time vacation, earned $124,000 in base salary. Does that mean they get bonuses too?
Probably.
In 2025, while the mayor's salary was $220,000, why is the mayor of a city getting paid half of what the prime minister does? The prime minister oversees a country. A mayor oversees a city.
Can you pull up how much does the premier make? Pull that up.
Okay.
I'm just curious because I'm pretty sure a mayor makes more than a premier.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Farkas makes 20 to 30,000 more. Has a total remuneration of around 190 to 210,000. Wow.
Okay, well you're overseeing a whole province.
Yeah.
And this guy is seeing one city.
Do you know why that is? Because your property taxes keep going up every year, no matter what. That's what's going
Premier's
on.
allowance.
So really, her base salary is $123,000, so $100,000 less than Farkas. And she does a fantastic job.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure some people are going to disagree with that, but
you know
Tell you
what?
what.
You know what?
yeah. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't even need to say, I get it.
You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. We know who it is.
Okay, so
So there you have it, folks. Automatic pay raises for city workers. Look at that.
I'd be curious
I
to
mean,
know.
You know what? At the end of the day, what do these counselors really do? What do? They handle wards. They talk to people. Do they even really talk to that many people? What about the city workers who actually make the city function? The plumbers, the electricians, the snow shovelers, the people driving the trucks. Those guys do a hell of a lot more work than anybody sitting in an office all day like that.
Yeah.
And they make way more money.
Yeah.
Maybe they should get automatic raises. Maybe the blue collar people who actually make the city function, maybe they should get automatic raises. You know what I mean? People like that who actually make everything work.
Yeah, I agree.
But no, let's give it to the people sitting behind a desk pretending to do something for people. Let's do it.
Some other stuff that was going on too
What?
is all the fraud in Minnesota.
Oh, speaking of governments and fraud, okay, let's talk about that. Okay, where should we start, sir?
Start with the one uncovering.
Okay, let's start with that. This one right here. Let's do it.
I think so.
Let's do it. Okay, so this comes from Fox News. Look at Governor Tim Walz. Look, now he wears those black glasses where everyone who's about to get in shit or has gotten in shit puts on these black glasses to seem innocent. Everyone who does it, who gets caught for something, all of a sudden they wear glasses. Governor Tim Walz, this is Trump's long game. We've spent years cracking down on fraudsters. It's a serious issue, but this has been his plan all along. He's politicizing the issue to defund programs that help Minnesotans. Really?
There was a stat that came out that said
how much money is he making from it? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play this. Let's hear this.
This guy was almost vice president.
Now, this all comes in the wake of a viral video on daycare centers in Minnesota.
And tonight we're learning that the Minnesota GOP worked with YouTuber Nick Shirley on that video. Our So Young Kim joining us now in studio. And So Young, you stopped by several daycare centers mentioned in that video to get their side of the story. And what were you told?
Yeah, we were at two of the childcare businesses in Minneapolis that were featured in the video. We were invited into one of them, and the owners say they feel targeted and maintain they did nothing wrong.
This is Suite A, and that is Suite B. So that's the difference. They open 2 p.m. So
what childcare center do you know opens at 2 p.m.?
So this was the one center or childcare center that came out. So on the outside of their building, it said Learning Center instead of Learning Center. So they couldn't even spell the word right. And kind of a backstory to all this was this YouTuber Nick Shirley heard about all this fraud going on in Minnesota. So he went down there and he went to it was 20 different daycares who are getting millions and millions of dollars every year. And there's no kids there.
No, not one.
No. It was, I forget the number.
They started in 2017. This specific place, 2017, they've been now almost 10 years they've been doing this.
And it's all these Somalian-run daycares. And
$18 billion.
I think they said it was 70% of the Somalian businesses that are run in Minnesota are fraudulent.
Mm-hmm.
And that over I don't want to get, it was 74% of all Somalians that live in Minnesota are on welfare.
And they're taking your money.
Yeah.
And 18 billion. People just throw out these numbers. That's 18,000 millions. 18,000 millions.
It's insane.
That's wild.
it was before that. He came around before the operation starts.
On Nicollet Avenue in Minneapolis, we spoke.
You know how they fixed the sign there, like you said?
Yeah.
It said Leering Center before. Now it says Learning. They finally knew how to spell it.
If you guys haven't seen the videos, go to YouTube, just type in Nick Shirley and search up the fraud in Minnesota. It's really, really funny to watch.
With the owner of Albee Kitchen and the building Quality Learning Center is in. She says she's been receiving a lot of calls and visitors asking about the child care provider next door to her kitchen. It's one of the daycare businesses featured in a viral video accusing them of fraud. The center's sign on the building has been getting a lot of attention for a misspelling, and as you can see, that has since been updated. The commissioner of the Minnesota Department of Children, Youth and Families responded to the video Monday, saying there were children present at the sites when they were visited. State officials say the center had reported they would be closing last week, but officials learned Monday they have decided to remain open.
Yeah, because then everyone knows that it's fraud. Initial effective date, October 17th, 2017. So they've been at this for 9 years.
And apparently they say that they have 90 kids.
99.
And when this
99.
Nick Shirley kid went there, there were 0.
But and the services are a day program, but they start at 2 p.m.?
Yeah,
That doesn't make any
Who's
sense.
dropping their kid off at 2 p.m.?
Nobody.
I would understand picking them up around 2, but no one's dropping like their kids off for daycare at 2 in the afternoon.
That's evening care,
Yeah.
actually.
We looked up their licensing status with the state, and it's listed as being active. Our crews did see children going in and out of the building Tuesday. A parent says she's been a customer for several months.
There's a lot of daycare, but this is the closest one that we know.
Funny how they're all Somalian. they're all
All of them.
they got to keep that cash cow going.
Yeah.
Good as the way they take care of the kids. I like it.
Over on 24th Avenue South, ABC Learning was another provider featured in the video. It was filled with children Tuesday.
ABC Learning is pretty hard to screw up that spelling.
Owner got emotional while defending her business.
If I do something wrong, hold me accountable. I'm a human being. I can take
Why does she have her mask on?
my problem. But don't blame me something I have nothing to do with.
This center was open 5.5 years. This center never had problem.
That's because nobody noticed.
Yeah.
And people at Quality Learning Center didn't want to provide a comment on camera, and the state says they currently have 55 open investigations related to the Child Care Assistance Program. In the studio, So Young Kim, Fox 9.
Okay.
Wow.
Now let's go to the other video. So,
Wow.
this other video here is of one of the
This is the scale. Let's just do the scale first, and we'll go into what they're saying.
scale.
Yeah, the scale of how bad it was. It's just
Oh,
it's
okay,
a
yeah,
brief
yeah.
one.
Go
It's
ahead.
brief. So it's just telling you how much it is. So the 18 billion. This is where we got it from right here.
Now to that growing fraud crisis in Minnesota, as federal officials say the scale is even worse than we first thought. Now, federal prosecutors revealed new charges Thursday and warned that more than a half of $18 billion, you're looking at the numbers here, paid out across state programs since 2018 may have been fraudulent. Authorities say at least 14 government programs are under investigation, with potential losses reaching into the billions.
Those 14 programs in Minnesota have cost $18 billion since 2018 and more than $3.5 billion in 2024 alone. So that's a sense of the magnitude of the problem. The magnitude.
That's just in one spot.
Yeah.
Of the fraud in Minnesota cannot be overstated. It's staggering amounts of money that have been lost. But it's not just about the money that's been stolen and wasted. This is a problem that's caused all of us to question what kind of state we live in.
Well, prosecutors say the schemes include housing, Medicaid, and autism services, with money allegedly sent to terror groups overseas.
Oh, yeah.
The Trump administration is stepping up.
So they did a study in Minnesota, and that it was in the high 80% that all the children have autism.
Why?
And they caught a lady trying to tell this one lady, yeah, say your kids have autism or are autistic.
Why would they do that?
Because then they get money for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do they get more money, perhaps?
For every kid that has autism, you get more money from the government.
Wow.
In Minnesota.
They all have the case of the tism, do they?
It appears so.
That's offensive to people who actually have the tism.
Yeah.
Oversight and pressure continues to mount on state leaders over years of failed control. Now to that growing.
Okay. So the next video here is a little backstory. So go to that one. So all these daycare centers that are getting busted, this one girl comes out and they're saying that there's no fraud happening. So this girl's giving a speech, says something she knows she shouldn't have said, and then gets caught up in her words.
Roll the tape.
Roll this.
Thank you, Define Dave.
If childcare is cut, I'm unable to work or go to school. I understand fraud is bad.
I don't know
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know that.
I understand fraud is bad.
You had one job.
Look at her. She's like, oh, shit. Did I just say that?
Look at that nice diamond ring she's got.
Yeah.
So she tried to garner sympathy by saying she'd be out of job and she wouldn't be able to go to school, but she openly admitted that fraud is bad because what they're doing is fraudulent.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Now,
and she's laughing about it.
Yeah. While has a giant diamond ring on her finger.
Yeah.
Says, if I can't get this, I can't eat and I can't go to school.
They're living large on your dime, folks.
Now, another daycare that was investigated by Nick Shirley's video, all the documents in his daycare were stolen.
I think you're all stupid. That's what they...
Now when this guy's giving this speech, what he doesn't realize is the glasses he's wearing are like $1,800 glasses. Play this. This guy...
This morning, I was called by the owner because unfortunately someone came in to our daycare. We looked and saw what happened, and we saw that the suspect came in from the back, broke in from the back kitchen, and he also destroyed the wall to come in. As we walked around the daycare, we saw that our office doors was broken into as well. We saw that, unfortunately, there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book. This is devastating news. And
it doesn't look like he cares. Like someone's telling him what to say.
And we don't know why this is targeting our Somali community, as one video made by a specific individual made this all happen. Yesterday morning.
Oh, so what it is it's a white supremacist thing. Oh, it's because we're Somali and blah blah blah.
The reason why the Somali group is under attack right now or an investigation is because 80% of you guys are on welfare, are saying that you guys are getting government assistance, but yet you guys are wearing bougie shit.
Designer clothing.
Yeah. Like, you could have came up with a better scheme than somebody broke in and stole our child enrollment papers and checkbooks. Who the hell is breaking into a daycare to do that?
Nobody.
You got caught. You're too dumb to come up with a better reasoning for this.
So you broke into your own establishment and took your own stuff.
I wish we had the video of it showed like where they broke in. And I'm like, who would break in? It was like they literally broke it through a wall and there's like cinder blocks. So I was like, so how did they get in then?
That would be so loud breaking through a cinder block wall.
Oh my God.
Early joining forces with a man named David, who's been investigating federally funded businesses in the Twin Cities, particularly daycare centers, dozens of which they say they visited and found not to be operating, despite receiving millions of dollars in taxpayer money.
So this is Quality Learning Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up.
said they spelled learning wrong.
Don't open up.
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
The video, which has now been viewed more than 75 million times, prompting a response from FBI Director Kash Patel, who said already the FBI had surged personnel and investigative resources to Minnesota to dismantle large-scale fraud schemes exploiting federal programs. The latest spotlight follows months of examples coming to light, including Feeding Our Future, which claimed to be providing 40,000 meals a week to children. The Justice Department so far charging at least 78 people in that case. Influencer Nick Shirley.
So it's all legit.
Daycare.
Hassan says his employee didn't respond because Shirley was in a group of about 8 people, and his staff were concerned about recent ICE activity.
Is this daycare committing fraud?
ICE activity? Why? Do you have illegal people there?
Yeah.
No, we're not committing fraud.
Hassan showed us security footage from the same day Shirley was here. According to the timestamps in the videos, this woman takes a young child into the center at around 9 a.m. that day, about 3 hours before Shirley arrives at the door closer to the street. Shirley leaves, arrives at the other door with a stroller. A few hours later, Tuesday afternoon, PCO found at least a dozen children at ABC Learning Center, which is licensed with the state. Records show Minnesota officials last visited the daycare in November, noting some corrected and ongoing violations related to day-to-day operations, but no record of fraud.
What did I do? I'm just a typical human being who wants to live and do the right thing. I have kids to feed.
Umi Hassan, the daycare's current owner, believes these latest fraud accusations are
daycare.
So give me your money.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, there you have it, guys. If you want to get rich, open up a daycare system.
And say your kids have autism.
Yeah, I guess.
Make them act funny every few months when they get inspected or they go to see a doctor to get checked up on. And yeah, you're good.
Pretty much. Well, welcome back, guys.
Happy New Year.
We're gonna get into some things this year. Hopefully, better news. But
seems like it's pretty good. Seems like they're cracking down there. I think it's great news.
Well, let's bring that. Let's get some more cracking down in Canada, please.
Let's get that mega movement going, buddy. Make Alberta great again. Make America great again. Let's go.
You heard it here, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Please click like, subscribe, share, tell your mom, tell your dad. We love you lots. And
we hope you guys have a good year.
Yeah. Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year.
Okay. Peace out, guys.
Bye, guys.